Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, Rotors and Ribs is a success. Disappointing news, Sonex HighWing will not debut at AirVenture 2023. Blue Origin rocket engine explodes during testing. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Int'l. Let's get into today's stories. Rotors and Ribs is a success. Held annually for the last 7 years at Indiana's Goshen Municipal Airport, Rotors and Ribs is an event comprising an aggregation of helicopters, helicopter pilots, first-rate barbecue ribs, and a slew of family-friendly rotary-wing-themed attractions. Goshen Municipal Airport manager and longtime helicopter pilot Randy Sharkey said, quote, "It's been so successful that it has become one of the largest helicopter-only fly-ins in the country. It has gained national recognition in the helicopter industry," end quote. Randy Sharkey founded Rotors and Ribs as an alternative to a full-fledged air show. The enthusiasm with which Rotors and Ribs has been met by the helicopter community comes as something of a surprise to Mr. Sharkey. ANN was in attendance as 2023's Rotors and Ribs was held on July 7th and saw attending pilots attempt to set a world record for the largest number of helicopters hovering contemporaneously at one location. Though such a world record doesn't in point of fact exist, Mr. Sharkey has communicated with the record's adjudicators at Guinness, who have said they'll create an apposite category should he provide them video of a sufficiently compelling spectacle. Whether or not Mr. Sharkey and his fellow helicopter pilots succeeded in their world record attempt remains to be seen. Time will tell. And coming up after the break, Airbus launches Toulouse A320 family final assembly line.
Unbridled passion, unequaled performance, unlimited possibilities.
Hartzell Aviation, you are cleared for takeoff.
Introducing Hartzell Aviation, leading general aviation companies united by the Hartzell guiding principle of built on honor, a commitment to uphold the highest standards in quality, performance, and support. Hartzell Propeller, Hartzell Engine Tech, Hartzell Aerospace Welding. We are Hartzell Aviation.
Now boarding at hartzellaviation.com.
Throughout the globe, Piper Aircraft has hand-selected the very best in company representation, service, and support. From first inquiry to acquisition to product support, Piper Aircraft ownership is seamless and worry-free. Piper Aircraft authorized dealers, factory trained, factory connected.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Airbus launches Toulouse A320 family final assembly line. Airbus has christened its new A320 family final assembly line in the south-central French city of Toulouse. The facility's opening ceremony was attended by hundreds of the plane maker's employees and representatives of the French government, to include Minister of Economy and Finance Bruno Le Maire, Transport Minister Clément Beaune, Minister of State for Industry Roland Lescure, and Minister of State for Territorial Collectives and Rural Affairs Dominique Faure. USCG evacuates cardiac arrest victim from Gulf oil rig. On Sunday, July 9th, the Coast Guard evacuated a crew member from an oil rig some 88 miles off the Gulf Coast of Texas. Coast Guard Sector Houston-Galveston watchstanders received a notification that a 50-year-old rig crewman was experiencing symptoms of cardiac arrest and was in acute need of medical assistance. Watchstanders consulted with the duty flight surgeon, who subsequently recommended medical evacuation of the stricken individual. A Coast Guard Air Station Houston Eurocopter MH-65 Dolphin crew was launched to conduct the medevac operation, and a Coast Guard Air Station Corpus Christi HC-144 Ocean Sentry airplane crew provided cover. Glacier Park International Airport awarded $7 million for expansion. Glacier Park International Airport's ongoing expansion and modernization initiative has been furthered by a degree commensurate with $7.3 million federal tax dollars. The monies will sustain to some small degree the undertaking's second phase, to include the expansion and renovation of the facility's baggage claim area, rental car lot, and upstairs gates on the airport's south side, so states FCA Airport Director Rob Rutkowski. More major Oshkosh announcements coming. The news should be coming in hot and heavy in less than 2 weeks with the start of Oshkosh 2023. The Comp Air 6.2 program has some surprises to impart. The Helicycle program will be detailing production plans for the future and the availability of kits. We will be announcing the start of the Sport Plane Resource Guide publication program. Sun and Fun will be talking about their forthcoming 50th anniversary expo. The Scion helicopter program will be discussed in greater detail, and so much more. So keep your eyes on ANN and Airborne to stay up to date. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Sonex HighWing will not debut at AirVenture 2023. Interest in Sonex's new HighWing aircraft remains similarly keen among those by whom the machine is being developed and those intent upon purchasing such. Sympathetic to the disappointment apt to be occasioned by the news, Sonex conceded by way of a July 9th statement that a prototype of its HighWing model will not be ready for 2023's AirVenture. Notwithstanding the challenges with which the company is currently faced, Sonex personnel have worked steadily to finalize key components of the HighWing structural architectures. Acutely cognizant of the degree to which the HighWing departs from Sonex's design orthodoxy, engineers are undertaking comprehensive analysis of the model's fuselage for purpose of ensuring it will meet or exceed designers' goals while remaining a lightweight, efficient structure. Engineers' analyses will be confirmed by additional structural testing ahead of ASTM certification. Sonex set forth also in the July 9th statement, quote, "While we can't slow down the Earth's rotation and make more hours in the day, and we must always put servicing existing products and customers before new product development, Sonex LLC remains fully committed to bringing the Sonex HighWing design to fruition. This new aircraft is going to be a great one, so stay tuned as our work continues," end quote. Coming up after these messages, Blue Origin rocket engine explodes during testing.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
Welcome back. Blue Origin rocket engine explodes during testing. A Blue Origin BE-4 rocket engine exploded during a June 30th test firing at the company's West Texas facility. The detonation destroyed the engine and substantially damaged test stand infrastructure. The eradicated BE-4 was to have concluded testing in July prior to being handed over to United Launch Alliance, which was to have applied the engine to the attempted second launch of its Vulcan Centaur rocket. In a July 11th statement, a Blue Origin spokesperson confirmed the company, quote, "ran into an issue while testing Vulcan's flight engine. No personnel were injured and we are currently assessing root cause. We already have proximate cause and are working on remedial actions," end quote. The Blue Origin spokesperson further asserted ULA had been made immediately aware of the incident. A joint venture of Lockheed Martin Space and Boeing Defense, Space and Security, ULA competes primarily with SpaceX for the lion's share of lucrative NASA and U.S. military space launch contracts. Blue Origin made clear it will continue testing rocket engines at its West Texas facility, as the company had built 2 test stands. The destruction of the BE-4 engine further stays the already extensively delayed inaugural spaceflight of ULA's Vulcan Centaur rocket, a 2-stage heavy-lift launch vehicle powered by a pair of BE-4 engines. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching!